In feudal Japan, a samurai's body was his weapon. Not his sword, not his armor. His body. The sword could be taken. The armor could be stripped. But what the samurai built inside himself, the drive, the sharpness, the physical readiness that never seemed to dull, that belonged to no one else. They did not take supplements. They did not visit clinics. They built it before breakfast, through 6 habits so deeply woven into daily life that the body had no choice but to respond. Here is what those habits were. Before the sun came up, before training, before food, before anything else, a samurai stood at the edge of a mountain stream. The water was freezing. He stepped in anyway. This was Misogi, the purification ritual that began every warrior's day. Not optional, not occasional, every morning, without exception. The samurai believed the cold washed away weakness. They were more right than they knew. When cold water hits the skin, the body wakes up in a way that nothing warm ever achieves. Not just the mind, something deeper. The cold removes what was blocking the warrior and builds what he needed instead. Most men today live in temperature-controlled rooms, warm showers, heated cars, comfortable everything. The body receives one signal from all of it. Nothing is demanding anything from this man. Stand down. 60 seconds of cold water at the end of every shower. Not lukewarm, cold. That discomfort is not suffering. That is the first signal of the day. Before a samurai raised his sword, he breathed. Not to calm his nerves, not to prepare his mind, clear a chemical from his body that would make him slow. A stressed warrior is a slow warrior. A slow warrior is a dead warrior. The practice was hara breathing, breath drawn from the lower belly. Slow, deep, deliberate. Not the shallow chest breathing of a man carrying everything unresolved from the morning into the afternoon. Breath from the center. The place the Japanese have always believed holds a man's true strength. 1 minute of hara breathing and something shifts. The weight the man was carrying into the room quietly leaves. The tightness that had been sitting in the chest since morning loosens. The body stops preparing for an emergency that was never coming and starts producing what it was always meant to produce. 3 times a day. 1 minute each. The samurai did not call this hormonal maintenance. They called it preparation for what came next. Here is the modern contrast that makes all of this feel suddenly urgent. The most prescribed medication for men over 40 in many parts of the world is not for the heart. It is not for blood pressure. It is testosterone. Your grandfather never took it. He never needed to. Not because he was built differently, because his daily life sent his body a completely different set of signals. Yours is 30 to 40% lower than his was at your exact age. Nothing changed in your genetics. Everything changed in what your daily life tells your body to prepare for. The samurai had the same biology you do. Same body. Same hormonal system. Same raw materials. What they had that you do not is 6 daily habits that kept the system producing at full capacity. 2 down, 4 to go. The samurai had a word for the practice of removing easy pleasure from life. Shugio. Austere practice. Not because pleasure was forbidden. Because a man who can be satisfied by something easy will never push for something hard. And a body that never pushes for something hard stops producing the chemistry of a man who does. When dopamine is spiked artificially, through screens, scrolling, simulated rewards, it crashes. When dopamine crashes, the body floods with the chemical that tells it to stand down. Every hour spent on fake pleasure is an hour the body spends producing exactly what the warrior was trained never to become. There is something stranger still. The body cannot tell the difference between real conquest and simulated conquest. When the brain registers a win, even a fake one, even a screen, it sends one signal. Mission accomplished. This man has conquered. Stand down. The samurai understood this 500 years before anyone studied it. A warrior who can be satisfied by a screen will never conquer anything real. His body has already been told there is nothing left to fight for. Name the fake dopamine honestly. Restrict it deliberately. Let the hunger build. Watch what the body starts reaching for when the easy reward is removed. The samurai ate once, sometimes twice, never more. Not because food was scarce, because a full stomach and a sharp mind have never lived comfortably together. A full lion sleeps. A hungry lion hunts. Every meal shifts the body towards storage and rest. The modern habit of eating across 16 to 18 hours a day keeps the body in that state for almost every waking hour. Not sharp, not ready, digesting. Compress eating into an 8-hour window. Let the remaining 16 hours run on stored fuel. The body enters the state of a hunter, alert, focused, burning what it already has, producing the chemistry of a man who still has something to pursue. The samurai fought their most important battles in the morning before eating, not despite the empty stomach, because the empty stomach was part of the weapon. The samurai woke with the sun, not as discipline, not as a morning routine, because there was no other option. No artificial light, no dark room, no phone screen before the sky had changed color. The sun rose. The warrior rose with it. And something inside him rose too. The clarity, the drive, the readiness that the darkness had been quietly holding back. Morning sunlight is the oldest signal the male body knows. It has been running every single morning for millions of years. It requires one input: sunlight. The samurai's body was synchronized to the solar cycle by default. Dawn triggered everything. Dusk triggered recovery. Most men today wake in a dark room, reach for a phone, and spend the first hour under artificial light. The oldest signal never arrives, and the body starts the day already behind. 10 to 15 minutes outside within 30 minutes of waking. No sunglasses, no window between the eyes and the sky. That signal, ancient, free, available every morning, is what the body has been waiting for since the alarm went off. After every strike, every training session, every moment of intensity, the samurai held Zanshin. Not relaxation. Alert stillness, the state of calm presence after action. Body quiet, mind clear, neither celebrating nor collapsing. The warrior who could return to stillness fastest after intensity recovered fastest. And recovery is not the pause between the work. Recovery is where the body quietly does everything the effort just demanded of it. Modern men never fully recover because they never fully stop. The training session ends and the phone comes out. The hard conversation finishes and the scrolling begins. The day closes and the screen opens. The body never receives the signal that the intensity is over, so the recovery never begins. Zanshin is the practice of doing nothing, completely, on purpose, sitting in silence after effort, letting the body process what just happened. 10 minutes of genuine stillness after any physical or mental demand. Not another practice to perform, just the warrior, returning to center, giving the body the space it needs to produce what the effort just demanded. The samurai called this the completion of training. The work is not finished when the effort stops. It is finished when the stillness after it is honored. 6 habits. Each one a signal sent to a body the modern world has been quietly persuading to stand down. The cold that clears the blocker. The breath that kills the noise. The discipline that starves the fake reward. The hunger that primes the hunter. The sun that starts everything. The stillness that completes the work. The samurai did not call any of this optimization. They called it a life. And the body, receiving those signals, preparing for those demands, recovering in that stillness, produced everything the warrior needed without being asked twice. That is the habit. Not a pill, not a prescription. 6 signals, chosen every day, starting tomorrow morning in the cold, facing the sun. Leave a like if this changed how you see what your body is waiting for. Tell us in the comments, which of the 6 signals are you starting with tomorrow? Share this with a man who thinks the answer comes in a bottle. We'll see you in the next video.